Your washing machine has been lying to you for years. Every single time you pull out a load and those towels smell almost fresh, or that favorite cardigan still has a faint ring around the collar, your machine finishes the cycle and beeps like it did a perfect job. It didn't. And here's the part nobody tells us. In 9 cases out of 10, the machine isn't broken at all. The problem started the moment we loaded it. I'm John Marcus, this is Seniors Cleaning Hacks, and in the next few minutes I'm going to show you exactly how to fill that drum so every wash actually cleans. Plus my 2-hour weekly laundry system that gets every piece of clothing in your house washed, dried, and folded without wearing you out. If you're new here, go ahead and tap that subscribe button because everything on this channel is designed to make housework easier on our backs, our hands, and our budgets. Let's get into it. Most of us grew up believing laundry success came down to the soap. Buy the good detergent, clothes come out clean. Buy the cheap stuff, take your chances. But washing machines don't clean with soap alone. They clean with movement. When that drum turns, your clothes are supposed to lift up, tumble over, and fall back down through the water again and again. That tumbling action is what forces detergent through the fibers and carries the dirt away. Now think about what happens when the drum is stuffed to the top. Nothing can move. The clothes just sit there in a damp, compressed lump, rotating as one solid mass. The water never reaches the middle of the load. The detergent dissolves, coats the outside layers, and then never rinses out properly. That's why overloaded laundry so often comes out with stiff patches, a soapy film, or that musty smell that shows up a day later. The machine ran a full cycle. It just couldn't do its job. And there's another cost, one that matters a lot for those of us on fixed incomes. Overloading strains the motor, the bearings, and the suspension inside your washer. Repair technicians will tell you that chronic overstuffing is one of the top reasons machines die years before they should. A washing machine should last us a good long while. Cramming it full every week is like asking your knees to carry double your body weight up the stairs, day after day. Something eventually gives. You don't need a scale, a chart taped to the wall, or a magnifying glass to read the manual. You need one hand. After you've loaded your clothes, slide your open hand flat across the top of the load, between the laundry and the top of the drum. If your hand glides in comfortably with room to spare, you're in good shape. If you have to wiggle and force your fingers in, the load is too full. Take a few things out and save them for next time. I love this test for one simple reason. It works on every machine ever made. Top loader, front loader, brand new, 20 years old, doesn't matter. Your hand is the measuring tool, and you always have it with you. Now let's talk about the fill levels themselves. Because don't overfill is only half the story. Rule number 1. Learn the 4 fill levels. Forget pounds and kilograms. Just look at the drum and think in quarters. A small load fills the drum about 1/4 of the way. That's a few shirts, some underclothes, maybe a pair of slacks. A medium load comes up to roughly the halfway mark. A large load reaches about 3/4 full, and an extra large load can fill the drum completely, but here's the key word: loosely. Full means the clothes reach the top on their own, resting lightly. It never means pressed, packed, or squeezed. If you're a numbers person, appliance experts estimate most machines handle around 3 pounds of laundry for every cubic foot of drum space. But honestly, fabrics vary so much in weight and fluffiness that your eyes will serve you better than any scale. A load of jeans and a load of nightgowns can look the same size and weigh completely differently. Trust the visual, confirm with the hand test, and you'll be right nearly every time. Rule number 2. Never press down. This one deserves its own moment, because I know the temptation. You've got one more towel in the basket. The drum looks almost full, and that little voice says, just push everything down and it'll fit. Top loader owners, I'm looking at us especially, because that open lid practically invites it. Please resist. The instant you compress the load, you've eliminated the empty space the machine needs to tumble those clothes. Compressed laundry can't lift and fall. It just spins in place like a wet log. You'll use the same water, the same electricity, the same 45 minutes of your afternoon, and get clothes that are maybe 60% clean. That leftover towel can wait for the next load. It's not going anywhere. Here's a little mindset shift that helped me. An overloaded wash isn't saving you a load. It's costing you one, because half those clothes will need washing again. Rule number 3. Give bulky items extra room comforters, blankets, duvet inserts, mattress pads, big fluffy bathrobes. These items are sneaky because they look manageable when they're dry. Then the water hits them and they swell up like bread dough, expanding to fill every inch of space and then some. For anything bulky, aim for the drum to be only half to two-thirds full before the water starts. Yes, that might mean washing your comforter all by itself. That's fine. That's correct, actually. A comforter washed alone comes out fresh and evenly clean. A comforter crammed in with a week's worth of towels comes out with dry spots in the middle, where water never penetrated, and now you've got a damp, heavy mess that takes 2 dryer cycles and still smells iffy. One more note from my fellow seniors. Wet bedding is heavy. A soaked queen comforter can weigh 15 pounds or more. If your washer is a top loader, don't yank it out with your back bent over the rim. Get close to the machine, bend your knees, and lift a section at a time. Or better yet, use a rolling cart or laundry trolley so you're never carrying wet weight across the room. Your spine will thank you every single week. Rule number 4. Respect the heavy fabrics towels, fleece, sweatshirts, flannel sheets. These absorbent materials drink up water and become dramatically heavier mid-cycle. A load of towels that filled the drum 3/4 full when dry becomes an enormous waterlogged weight once the wash begins, and the machine has to fight to move it. So for towels and other thirsty fabrics, back off the fill line a bit. 2/3 full is a smart ceiling. You'll notice the difference immediately. Towels come out fluffier, they rinse cleaner, and they dry faster, because the spin cycle could actually wring them out properly. Speaking of which, if your towels have been coming out of the dryer still damp, an overstuffed washer is very often the hidden culprit. The spin cycle couldn't extract the water, so the dryer inherited the problem. While we're on the subject of towels, do yourself a favor and wash them separately from your clothing when you can. Towels shed lint like a golden retriever sheds fur, and dark slacks covered in white fuzz is a battle none of us needs. If these tips are ringing true for you so far, take a second and hit that like button. It genuinely helps other folks our age find the channel, and it tells me you want more videos just like this one. Rule number 5. Don't baby the machine either now. Here's the flip side, and it surprises people. Running lots of tiny loads is also a mistake. Not because it hurts the machine, but because it hurts your wallet. Every cycle uses a baseline amount of water and electricity, whether you're washing 3 shirts or 30. If you're in the habit of running a quarter full load every single day, you're spending far more on utilities over a month than you would running 2 or 3 properly sized loads a week. There's a comfort angle here too. Fewer, smarter loads means fewer trips to the laundry room, fewer times bending over the machine, fewer baskets hauled up and down. Efficiency isn't just about money. It's about saving our energy for the things we actually enjoy. The sweet spot for most washes is that half to 3/4 range. Clean clothes, sensible bills, happy machine. Your laundry will confess if you know what to look for. Watch for these signs. Dry patches on clothes when the cycle ends, spots the water simply never reached. A stiff or slippery feel on fabric, which is detergent residue that didn't rinse away. Clothes coming out tangled into tight ropes and clumps, or far more wrinkled than usual. A musty odor that appears a day or 2 after washing, caused by trapped soil and soap-feeding bacteria. And finally, the machine itself complaining, loud thumping during the spin, the whole unit walking across the floor, or an off-balance error flashing on the display. Any one of these is your washer waving a white flag and asking for smaller loads. If several of these sound like your laundry room, don't feel bad. Nobody ever taught us this. Machines don't come with a coach. That's what this channel is for. Alright, this is the part I promised you at the beginning, and it might be my favorite thing in this whole video. This is how you wash, dry, and fold every piece of laundry in your home in about 2 hours, 1 afternoon a week. No more laundry hanging over your head every day, no more mystery piles. 1 session, done, and you're free until next week. The secret is simple. You never wait on the machines wait on you. Laundry feels endless because we treat it as one long chain. Wash, then dry, then fold, then start again. Instead, we're going to overlap everything like a relay race. Here's the system, step by step. First, pick your laundry day and guard it. Tuesday morning, Thursday afternoon, whatever suits your routine. Same day every week. When laundry has an appointment, it never becomes a crisis. Second, sort as you go during the week, not on laundry day. Keep 2 or 3 baskets or a divided hamper near your bedroom or bathroom. One for lights, one for darks, one for towels and linens. When you undress, the sorting happens automatically, 5 seconds at a time. By laundry day, your loads are already built, and you've saved yourself 20 minutes of hunching over a pile playing sorting games. For those of us with stiff backs or tricky balance, this alone is worth the price of admission. Third, run the relay. At the start of hour 1, load number 1 goes into the washer, size just like we talked about, hand test and all. While it runs, this is your free time. Have your coffee, water the plants, watch a bit of this channel. When the washer finishes, load 1 moves to the dryer and load 2 goes straight into the washer. Now both machines are working for you at the same time. Fourth, and this is the step that changes everything, fold each load the moment it leaves the dryer, while the next load is still washing and drying. Warm clothes fold beautifully and barely wrinkle, which means little to no ironing. Set up a folding spot at a comfortable height, a table or counter where you can stand or sit without stooping. Fold load 1 while load 2 dries. Fold load 2 while load 3 dries, if you have a third. You're never folding a mountain. You're folding one small, warm, pleasant basket at a time. For a typical 1 or 2 person household, that's 2 or 3 loads, and the whole operation, start to finish, lands right around 2 hours. And here's the beautiful part. Most of that time, you're not actually doing anything. The machines are. Your active work, loading, transferring, folding, adds up to maybe 35 or 40 minutes. The rest is your afternoon, with laundry quietly finishing itself in the background. A few extras to make the system even smoother. Keep your detergent, stain spray, and dryer sheets on a shelf between waist and shoulder height, never on the floor and never overhead, so there's no bending or reaching on tiptoe. If jugs of liquid detergent have gotten heavy for your hands, switch to pods or sheets, which need no pouring, no measuring, and no gripping a slippery cap. Just keep them stored safely away from any visiting grandchildren. And if arthritis makes tiny buttons and dials frustrating, a strip of bright tape marking your 2 most used settings means you never have to squint at the control panel again. Front loaders and top loaders both follow every rule we've covered, but each has its quirks. Front loaders clean with a dramatic lift and drop tumble, so they're especially sensitive to overstuffing. Keep that door glass clearly visible through the gaps in the load. They also sit low, so consider a pedestal or riser if bending to the door bothers your back, and leave the door cracked open between wash days so the drum airs out and mildew never gets a foothold. Top loaders are friendlier to stand at, but that deep drum tempts us to bury it to the brim and press everything down. Load items loosely around the drum in a ring rather than piling them into one tower in the center, and you'll dodge most off-balance problems before they start. If reaching the bottom of a deep top loader strains your shoulders, a simple long-handled grabber tool kept on a hook nearby turns that stretch into an easy pinch. Let's put the whole picture together. Fill the drum by quarters and finish with the flat hand test. Never press the load down. Loose clothes are clean clothes. Give bulky bedding and thirsty towels extra breathing room because they grow heavy and huge in the water. Avoid running lots of tiny loads that waste water, power, and your own energy. Watch for the warning signs of overloading, from dry patches to musty smells to a thumping spin cycle. And wrap it all in the 2-hour weekly system. One scheduled day, pre-sorted baskets, overlapping machines, and folding warm from the dryer. None of this costs a dime. No gadgets, no special products, no subscriptions. Just a smarter way of doing something we've all done 1,000 times, adjusted so it's kinder to our clothes, our machines, and our bodies. If this video taught you even one thing you'll use on your next wash day, share it with a friend or one of your kids, because I promise you, the younger generation is overstuffing their washers too. Drop a comment if you have a laundry trick of your own that's served you well over the years. I read every one, and some of my best video ideas come straight from you. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and ring the bell so the next Seniors Cleaning Hacks video lands right in your feed. I'm John Marcus. Take care of yourselves, Take it easy on that washing machine and enjoy the feeling of a laundry room that finally works for you instead of against you. Until next time, friends.